Hey guys, what's up? Just finished watching the Tyron Woodley versus Jake Paul boxing match. Um, a lot of mixed feelings on this fight. Let me get out of the way the fact that the fight was a lot better than the Ben Askren fight. The Ben Askren fight was a fiasco. Was really shit. And This was a much better fight. A lot, Showtime was in charge this time. It looked a lot more professional, a lot better presentation, a lot better commentary. No shenanigans, no rappers, no bands, no singers, nobody drinking or doing drugs in the commentary bench. It was just a much better, more professional feel to it. So I appreciate Showtime for that. I appreciate the fact that it looked good, that it was presentable. Um, the fight itself, I liked it. It was a good fight. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I hated it. I was rooting for Tyron Woodley. I thought he was gonna get the win. I thought Tyron Woodley looked great for somebody that's not really a boxer. Um, Tyron Woodley is a very accomplished MMA fighter. Um, if anything, I found the commentary to be biased. Ronaldo and Helwani um, were basically singing the end praises for Wooley's career. Helwani at one point saying, "I think we're watching the last 40 seconds of Tyron Wooley's career." I'm not exactly sure what he meant by that because Wooley's 39 and he's not 59. The guy is making his boxing debut. Um, he's fighting a younger, bigger, hungry kid that is taking boxing very seriously. So, what was going on there? I found that commentary lacking. Because commentators, let me say, they paint a picture, and viewers that are not too educated or casuals, as some call them, they go by what commentators say, and so you gotta be careful with what you listen to. I thought that it was biased, and as far as the fight is concerned, I thought that Tyron Woodley got the win. I thought that he came in shape. His cardio was on point. He landed the cleaner shots. There was a clear a knockdown. I'm not gonna say clear because um, when Jake Paul got knocked down by one of Tyron Woodley's power shots, he went through the ropes. So it looked like judges didn't count that as a knockdown. I thought it was a knockdown. Um, Maybe judges, I don't think they did count it. And Woodley landed the clear power shots, the cleaner shots, and he was the one pressuring. He had Jake Paul more often than not backing away. Um, to his credit, Jake Paul did gas. He was gassing. His technique went off. You could tell, he wasn't looking as composed and as technique sound position, as far as boxing is concerned when he was tired. But that it's common. To his credit, later in the rounds, it looks like he got his win back and he was landing some shots, but they were not as effective as they were with past opponents. I thought Tyron Woodley looked calm, very very measured, very focused, and he did the right things. Um, but this was boxing. I think Jake Paul eventually got the win because of you know, the volume of punches thrown and all that stuff. I think because in boxing that's very important, more important than ring control. Um, I think ring control is more accentuated and more considered in MMA than it is considered in boxing. Correct me if I'm wrong with that part. So, anyways, yeah, I thought that Jake Paul, this was a really good test. To his credit, he just lasted uh, 8 rounds in there with a former Strikeforce and UFC champion, welterweight champion. Um, he is bigger, he is younger, but Woodley was a true test, and Woodley landed some clean shots, and Jake Paul took him. Jake Paul took him. So at this point, I think it's pointless to. You can't hate your enemy. You know what I'm saying? In order to beat him, I think it's better to be objective about it. And I think it's time to, not that Jake Paul is my enemy or anything. I'm just saying it's pointless to hate on Jake Paul at this point. The kid is doing it right. He is getting in there. He's backing up his words, and he's making these MMA fighters get paid, get really good paychecks, you know, and he's entertaining us. Is He's doing his thing, and he's young, and you know, good luck to him, and God bless him, and I hope he continues to do what he needs to do, you know, in order to win. Uh, all that said, I thought that Tyron Woodley was the one that got the win. Um, you know, the results look a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to use the word rigged, but it did look kind of weird. You know, it got heated there at the end when they were being interviewed. It looks like they both agreed to rematch. I think that at this point Jake Paul needs to move on and finally face another boxer, a true boxer, a real boxer, somebody that boxes for a living. I think Jake Paul needs to do that in order for him to be considered a real boxer at this point. You know, I think he owes that to himself. I think he needs to do it in order for him to move forward, to take it up to the next level. Yeah, you know, Tyron Woodley rematch. Tyron Woodley, he's not a boxer. He's not a boxer. He's you know, he's a retired MMA fighter as far as right now. So it's you beat him. Um, I don't think the results will be that different. You know, one of the faults that I always that have always frustrated me about Tyron Woodley is that he lacks the volume. You know, sometimes he doesn't throw. In MMA, in the last fights that he had this horrible tendency to back away, back himself against the fence, and wait for opponents to come, and he would just, you know, hope to land his Hail Mary powerful right that he has, and it frustrated me because that's what eventually got him out of UFC because he was doing that way too much. That that said, I respect him, former champion. I'll always be a fan of his. I think he looked great tonight. He, you know, like I mentioned, cardio on point. Um, he was boxing, man. He was boxing his ass off, and he was landing, and he really gave Jake Paul a run for his money, man. Jake Paul had to dig deep, and yeah, a lot of MMA fans, a lot of Jake Paul haters um, are frustrated, you know, with the fact that Jake Paul continues to keep winning. But at the end of the day, you have to give credit where credit's due. I think he's doing it. I think he's managing to accomplish a lot, and you know, yeah, like I mentioned, yes, I found the commentary lacking a little bit, biased. Uh, but again, Showtime just got into the Jake Paul business, so I understand them not wanting to make Jake Paul uh, look too bad. You know, they gotta paint a good picture for the next event, for the next payday. Um, I'm surprised, not surprised because it happens a lot. Uh, there's always agendas, there's always back businesses behind the scenes, and it happens. Uh, but at the same time, it was cool. They gave Tyron Woodley the opportunity to box this guy. Tyron Woodley gets, he gets, he's gonna get a good paycheck out of this. So, good fight, good fight. Tell me what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts, any questions or comments, likes, dislikes. Thanks for listening to me, and that's my opinion on this boxing match. Let's see. Like I said, I'm not keen on a rematch. I want to see Jake Paul finally face a true boxer, a real boxer, and I'm not sure who that can be. But I think at this point he got to stop fighting MMA fighters, MMA retired MMA fighters. He has to fight a real boxer. Thanks, guys, for listening to me. Thank you, and keep watching my channel, my videos. Give me likes, dislikes, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Peace.